Hi friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to talk about all of the new makeup releases that have been announced and sneak peeked. There are so many releases. I really do feel like this might be my longest one yet because there's just so much to talk about, so much I'm really excited for, and I really want to hear your thoughts on these releases because it's blush season, it's bronzer season. We have so much to talk about, so grab a snack, grab something to drink, and let's get into it. First things first, we're gonna talk blushes, and y'all know blush is your girl's favorite thing to talk about, so why not start with the thing I'm most excited for. I gotta talk about this blush that I keep seeing all over my For You page, all over my Insta, like it is everywhere. I cannot escape this blush, but for good reason, because it is a beautiful blush launch. Kosas is finally dropping their baked blushes. I did not think that I could be more excited for a blush launch than I am for these Kosas blushes. These are a baked blush that kind of give like a subtle radiance kind of effect. There's a bright pink, a really beautiful like burnt orange color. There's like 3 shades I have on my list right now, but I need to see these in store and swatch it on my skin tone because I'm a little bit nervous that the marble of the lighter shades in these blushes may make the color pool a lot lighter than I want. So I'm really gonna have to, swatch these in store and see. But I am very excited about this Kosas launch. The Cloud Set powder is my absolute favorite, so I really hope that these blushes are just like the Cloud Set powder. Lawless is dropping cream blushes, and I really am not one to get excited for a Lawless release. I really have only tried their Forget the Filler, and that's about it. Lawless really isn't a brand that really speaks to me with their releases, but this one definitely does. I am a blush lover, so I'm all over these cream blushes. I think for this launch, I want to pick up one blush shade, and I really can't decide if I want the bright pink or like the cherry kind of pink. I'm leaning more towards the cherry pink blush just because I feel like in the other blushes I'm going to talk about, I want to get more of like a more pinker shade. So I don't want to get all the same colored blushes from all these different launches. So I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. So I'm thinking I want to go with the brightest shade from this launch. So we'll see. I am going to be getting one of these. This is going to be launching this week on Friday. Haus Labs is dropping their Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balms. So this is a serum-based long-wear glassy blush that can be used on both lips and cheeks. It has 70% skincare in here. All of Haus Labs' go-to ingredients. It's cruelty-free, fragrance-free, vegan. It has an all-day wear, fade-resistant, 8 shades, $34 each. Now, when I saw this pop up on the Sephora app for early access, I didn't think they meant early access 2 weeks before the launch because I thought I had time to get it. Because usually when Sephora does early access, they put it up the day before it goes live on the website, but I guess Haus Labs had other plans because this blush launches on the 30th of May. The early access was May 20th just for the day, so we kind of have to wait like a week or so for these blushes to launch, which I feel like they did that with their concealers. So now I know when Haus Labs is early access on the app, don't expect it to be on the app the next day for everyone because that's just not what it is. But this is a launch I really am conflicted on what shades I want to get. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out here because if it was up to me, I'd get about like 4 shades. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this formula. So 4 shades, you're not doing it, Tati. Maybe 2. So I was thinking the 2 shades that I pick, I want it to be opposite of each other. My favorite shades from Haus Labs are the Watermelon Bliss Blush and the Acai Sky Blush. So I was like, well, should I get the cream version of those since they're my favorites? But then I was like, well, maybe I should try something different and maybe get the orange, or the Acai Sky. Like, I don't know what shades I want to get. So please help me figure out which ones I should get. Which ones do you guys want to see? If I like this formula and all goes well, I may pick up more shades in the future. But to start off, I just want to pick up at least 2 shades. So Nobla just dropped new powder matte blushes. So these are the Blurring Powder Blush. There's 6 different shades. These look beautiful. Nobla's packaging gets me every single time. Their packaging is stunning. Oh my gosh, it's so stunning. I have not seen these come to retailers that I shop at, like Beauty Bay or Ulta. It's just available on their website, and their website is not in US currency, which I get it. I'm not really sure if you can kind of convert it on their website too. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna pass on this. only because I just showed you guys 3 other blush launches where I'm picking up blushes, and I feel like this one is one that I definitely can skip out on. But the packaging is gorgeous. The shades are beautiful. The shades are stunning. Like, they are gorgeous. But I gotta pick and choose. I can't get everything. I just can't. Next up, we have Makeup by Mario. He just expanded his blush stick range. And honestly, you know, this is a launch I'm just gonna say I'm gonna skip on. But the packaging of the blush sticks and the contour sticks are not my favorite. I had to get rid of my contour stick because it could no longer roll up on me. I have 3 of his blush sticks. One has already like not rolled up on me, you know, so I'm like scraping, but like who wants to scrape out their blush? The other 2 haven't done that yet. So when I saw that he was launching more shades and not fixing this packaging, I was like, Mario, I know you know what's going on with this packaging. I know it. I'm gonna skip out on these mainly because the shades that he did extend to, I feel like they're very similar to what he already had in his line. I'm gonna pass on this. Next up, we have a new little sneak peek from Made by Mitchell, and I am so, this man, I cannot get over how innovative this brand is and how I get excited for every single launch. But Made by Mitchell is teasing a new curve case, okay? We just had 2 launch last week. We're about to get a new one. And this one is looking like it's gonna be his Blush Lights. I'm getting this. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm getting it. And I can see the shade names here, and I do have some of these Blush Lights in the tube formula that's gonna be in this palette. So I know I'm gonna love this. And in the Curve Case XL, there is a Blush Lights formula he included in there to see how people would, you know, react and take it, and we are all loving it. We're getting a palette of all sparkly, shimmery, curve case blushes. I am so excited for this. I will be getting my hands on this. Also, it looks like Rhode is teasing a new blush stick. I will say, we don't really know exactly what this is, but it does kind of look like blushes. I am not a fan of this packaging. It's very bulky and very, very chunky. It could be blush, it could be lipstick, it could be a lot smaller than what this picture is making it look like, but I don't know. I gotta see more before I decide if this is something I'm gonna pick up or if it's something I'm gonna skip out on. Glamlite is collaborating with Will Smith to create a Fresh Prince collection. And I just have to say, I don't know if the Glamlite team is watching this video, you know, or if they watch my YouTube. I don't know. Glamlite invited me to the launch party of this collection. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go, but I just want to say thank you guys so much. When I tell you guys, when I got that invitation, I literally screamed. I could not believe it because you guys know how much I love Glamlite so much. They are one of my favorite brands. Honestly, guys, oh my God, I'm not going to tear up. I'm not. But I would not, like, that would not have happened if it wasn't for you guys. You know, YouTube is where I started. YouTube is always and forever going to be my #1, okay? But honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think that I would have kept going with like content creation, you know, because this is where I started and this pushed me to go to like TikTok and other platforms too and like put my content up there as well. And honestly, if I had not done that, Glamlite probably would not have known that I existed. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. This truly meant the world to me. And even though I'm not going to this one, hopefully I'll be able to go to a launch party or a brand event, anything from them in the future. So honestly, guys, thank you guys so much. I just wanted to say that. Let's get back into the collection. It's colorful, and we know that I love colorful shadow. Now, I will say this collab was very unexpected. If you guys told me that Glamlite was collaborating with Fresh Prince, I truly wouldn't believe it because I'd be like, what? Like, what are they gonna do? It's so well thought out. First off, the palette is giving 90s, okay? The palette's giving 90s. It's very neon, and I love that. You guys know, I love my colorful shadows, but I love that this is just so fun, fresh, and bright, and it's not a super big palette, too. I love when they do these size palettes. There's a setting spray in here, but it's like a little, like a spray paint can. I've tried the Glamlite Rick and Morty setting spray, but I'm really excited to try this one. We have a highlighter palette that looks like a, you know, a license plate, which is super cool. We have some lashes, and we have a gloss duo that's in the shape of microphones. All these products in here go so well together. They did an amazing job with this. If I do not get this in PR, I will be buying. You guys know I support Glamlite all the time. Let's talk about NYX Cosmetics, because when I tell you guys, NYX Cosmetics does not tease new products, you know? And you know what? I'm not mad at them. When brands tease new products and collections, there's always like a certain waiting period before that collection or product launches. And you're just like, okay, is it here? Where is it? But NYX, they're like, no. Surprise email, we got new products that just dropped on the website. Juvia's Place does the same thing, and I'm not mad at it because it takes the waiting game out of it, and you know, it's just a nice surprise. My favorite lip formula from NYX is the Fat Oil lip oils, and they just dropped more shades that are in a creamy kind of finish. And I was like, what does that even mean? Basically, they launched shades without shimmer in them. I'm very excited about this because they low-key look like they have a little bit more pigment than the other ones. I will pick up maybe 2 or 3 shades. They're super inexpensive and I love this formula. It's a thicker lip oil, which y'all know I love thicker lip oils. It feels like a gloss, but it's super comfortable on the lips. I will definitely be getting this. NYX also just dropped brow pencils. I don't think I've ever used a brow pencil, like a true pencil, like you sharpen brow pencil. And I was like, you know what? This is gonna be a brow product from NYX that I definitely want to give a try. This is not available on the Ulta website yet. I do hope it comes to Ulta. This is only available on the NYX website right now, but I think I'm gonna place a little order after I finish this video because there's quite a few things I want to pick up. Next up, The Ordinary, a brand we really don't talk about much on this channel, but I definitely want to start including more skincare products and, you know, talking about more skincare on the channel. They just released a new milky toner. Now, milky toners are all the rage right now. I love the Rhode Blazing Milk. It's one of my favorite products. It's beautiful for makeup prep. This one is supposed to gently exfoliate the skin, and I actually really want to try this. I saw this on the Ulta website. I have it in my cart right now, but I definitely want to pick this up. I really don't use a lot of products from The Ordinary, but milky toners are so in right now, and I also really want to try the Ilia one as well. I know it's very pricey, but I just love the milky toners. I'm all over that product. So this is a product I definitely really want to try out and pick up because my Rhode one that I love doesn't exfoliate, but this one says it's going to, so definitely gonna be picking this up. NARS just dropped a new light reflecting setting mist and light reflecting primer. I want to try both of these, but I'm gonna wait till they come to Sephora. But I really want to try this setting mist because it's not like a glowy setting mist, it's more of a hydrating one. And I love the Rim Beauty hydrating setting mist. I was kind of, you know, I used to be a little nervous about hydrating sprays, but I actually really like them. I feel like they really melt the powders together. So I really want to try that. The primer looks beautiful as well. I feel like it's gonna give like a glow, almost like the light reflecting foundation. So I am all over this release, and I definitely want to pick up both. They are a little pricey though, but it is NARS. NARS is pretty pricey, but they are available right now on the NARS website. We have a new fragrance launch from Fleur. This is the Soft Spot fragrance. The top notes in here are bergamot peel, mandarin, and freesia. The heart is jasmine petals, water lily, and vanilla orchid, and the base is amber, sandalwood, and musk. Once again, I really want to smell this in stores. Fleur is one of those brands I cannot blind buy again. After trying the strawberry letter fragrance, I cannot blind buy Fleur fragrances. The body mists are a little bit different because they're a lot cheaper. They're $20, and I'm like, it's okay to blind buy that. But a fragrance that's $100, I cannot blind buy. So we'll definitely see about that one. That one's definitely gonna be a maybe. e.l.f. Cosmetics just came out with a brow lamination product, and of course, I bought it. Y'all know I cannot pass up a new brow lamination kind of product. I've been loving my Ardo brow glue, but I'm still wanting to try it, especially if it's affordable. So I picked that up and it's on its way to me. But it looks like e.l.f. definitely tried to do the Refi one because Refi's looks exactly like this one from e.l.f. So I haven't tried the Refi, so I'm not too sure. I have seen some people show comparisons on both sides, and it's kind of looking pretty much like a Refi brow dupe. I'll let you guys know how this product works for me though, because I have really been into brow lamination products. We have another Natasha Denona collection that has been released on her website, but then they took it away. I don't know what was going on, but this is the Gold collection. This is her revamped version of the Gold palette, and this to me is looking like my version of I Need a Nude because I love this palette. I am definitely going to get my hands on this. I think the gold palette combined with this palette, the Yucca palette, would be a beautiful, beautiful combination. I am wearing a few shades from the Yucca palette on my eyes today with the Oden's Eye Stone and Rock palette. Don't you guys think that this palette and the gold one would look so good combined together? I just love the tones in here, and I feel like from this photo, it's not a lot of yellow golds. It's like more subtle, everyday golds. Like, I'm loving what I'm seeing. We also have a highlighter trio, which I definitely want to get my hands on. The gloss, I don't need that. I don't need the gloss. The gloss isn't anything that I'm like, oh my god, I need to buy it. I don't know what it is with Natasha Denona and all of her palettes and collections being leaked. I will say this leak was her fault. It was on her website because I saw it on her website. When you clicked it to open it up, you had to put in a code, but yeah, I saw some people were able to kind of check out if you used your phone and did like quick view, but their orders got refunded. Not sure when this is going to be launching, but when it does, I will be getting the palettes in this collection because I think it's going to be a really, really nice summer palette, and I cannot wait to try it out. Makeup by Mario dropped some new liquid bronzers, and I have to say, I was not expecting this product from him. He already has a lot of bronzery, kind of products, so I wasn't expecting this from him, but I don't know. I will say the packaging is very innovative. It has a pump and a doe foot, which I've never seen anything like that before. I think that is so nice. If you have a preference, you feel like doe foots are unsanitary, you can use it as a pump and pump it on the back of your hand. You can use it in so many ways. I feel like you can also use this as like bronzing drops as well. Mix it into foundations, mix it into moisturizers. You can do so much with this product. I didn't pick this up. I'm still on the fence about it because I feel like the deepest shade is more neutral, contoury leaning, and it's not bronze. I feel like a lot of his shades don't have enough warmth in it for me when it comes to the bronzers that he comes out with. So this is a maybe for me, but right now it's not something I'm like rushing to go out and buy. Speaking of bronzing drops, Cali Ray just launched their version of bronzing drops. This is the Sun Drip Skin Boosting Peptide Serum Bronzer. Now, the thing about this is that they only released one shade, which I don't really know how this is going to work for a lot of skin tones, but I'm going to pass on this. I'm not a bronzing drop kind of girl, and it is only one shade. Unlike the Makeup by Mario, there's multiple shades for multiple skin tones, so you can use it in so many ways. As bronzing drops, as a liquid bronzer. Cali Ray is calling this a serum bronzer, so I feel like this is just their version of bronzing drops, but I am going to go ahead and pass on this one. We have a new collection from Nomad. Nomad just dropped a couple of new 6-pan palettes, and this is a part of like their airport travel collection. I believe in the past they launched one 6-pan palette. Can't remember if it was one or two. There's more 6-pan palettes, really cute collection. I'm personally gonna pass on this. I am really not the biggest fan of 6-pan palettes. I don't find myself reaching for them often. I just feel like I need more shades than 6. I need more shades to choose from than 6 eyeshadows. I like a little more. At least give me 8. At least give me 8, but I feel like this is a little bit too neutral for me with not a lot of variation, but I do love the Nomad formula. I think it's an amazing formula, so definitely check that out if you guys are interested. We have a new interesting launch from Half Magic Beauty. So they're launching a new lip balm with pigment, and I'm actually very intrigued by this. So it has a 12-hour plumping hydration, it has an ultra soft fuzzy applicator, and a rich color that lasts. And these shades on these lip models, gorgeous. So I'm not too sure if I'm getting this in PR. I know Half Magic Beauty did reach out to me and ask me, if they could send me their newest launch, and this is their newest launch. So I'm not sure if this is what they're talking about or something else, but if I do get this, best believe your girl will be doing lip swatches of all the colors. I feel like I'm gonna love these. I did see that these are available at Ulta, so if I don't get these in PR, I may pick up a shade or two to try out because I'm very, very intrigued by this formula. Now, guess this brand. I'm sure if you've already seen it, you know what this is, you know what brand this is from, but I'm gonna give you a quick second to guess what brand you think this is. It's Danessa Myricks. And honestly, if you showed me a picture of this palette, I would not have guessed Danessa Myricks, truly. I get the concept behind this palette. I do. I love the idea behind this palette. I love what they were going for, what they were trying. I don't love the finished product. I feel like there's a lot of wasted space in this palette. I honestly wish she would have given us the layout of the groundwork palettes of, you know, like the Blooming Romance palette where it has like the pomade and the powder. I really wish she would have gave us a rainbow palette of that, like, and use this design on, you know, the cover design on the palette, kept the inside with like the background the same, but gave us a different layout with more shades, because this is a $60+ palette. Don't really feel like this looks like it's worth $60 to me, because her Blooming Romance palette was $65. That is a $65 palette. I get it. But this does not look like it's worth $60. And I'm sorry. I know I love Danessa, but this is not, it's not. I feel like she could have done something different. I really do. I'm going to pass on this. It's not my favorite release I've seen from her. I just feel like they could have done something completely different. We have a new collab from Ouai and Tower 28. I'm not sure if I talked about this in my last purchase or pass, but your girl got it. Where is it? This is the Tower 28 gloss in collaboration with Ouai. They collaborated on a clear gloss with the St. Bart's scent. I have it on right now. I'm going to apply a little more because your girl needs a little more. I was very shook at this release because I was like, how are they going to take the St. Bart's scent and put it in a gloss? They did. When I tell you this is going to be a summer staple gloss at the beach. I also have the Ouai Hair and Body Mist in St. Bart's, and this combination, tropical summer vacation, it just brings me to the beach. And I love it, so obviously it's a purchase for me. Next release I want to talk about is another blush I forgot to mention. It's the new blush from NYX Cosmetics. These are their sun blushes. There's so many different shades for different skin tones. This is basically a blush bronzer. I have it on today. I have the deepest shade called Sun Glaze, and this formula truly surprised me. It dries down to a soft matte finish, which I love. I love because you can put it on top of powder. I have it on right now, and I think it is such a beautiful, beautiful blush. I am so happy that I picked this up. This is going to be a go-to summer blush for me because it's stunning. Also, you get a lot of products in here too. It is a glass component, and your brush fits in here beautifully. Like, this is the perfect size because your brushes can fit perfectly in this, but I love this blush. There's been so many new blushes that have just been coming out, and I've just been so excited and in love. All right, Fenty Beauty is dropping tinted moisturizer sunscreens, and I am very excited for this. I don't know how this formula is. I can't remember how I felt about the Hydra Visor moisturizer. Was it the moisturizer or SPF? I cannot remember, but really nice to see that there are tinted shades, so you can just pop a little bit on at the beach and kind of give you a little bit of coverage, kind of even you out a little bit. I'm gonna feel this in store to see. I can't remember how I felt about this formula. I can't remember if I felt that it kind of made me a little greasy. I just cannot remember how the OG made me feel, so this is something I definitely want to check out in stores and see if it's something that I want to pick up. I love the idea behind this. Sometimes your girl don't want to put no makeup on. I just want a little quick 1-2 and I'm good to go. A new setting powder from Giorgio Armani. I'm probably gonna pass on this because it's probably gonna be very, very expensive, but I know a lot of people love this brand. I haven't really tried much. I don't even think I've tried anything from this brand, but I am gonna pass on this because this isn't something, I don't really need a new setting powder. I say that and then watch a new setting powder comes out and I'm like, oh my god, I want to try that. I'm gonna pass on this, especially because I'm reading and it says it's gonna give a natural glow, and it has a cooling feeling like a water mist, and it's also moisturizing. So you guys know what this product is giving, but the glow, they lost me at the glow. Looks like Maybelline is coming out with lip liners with hyaluronic acid in 10 different shades. These are gonna retail for $8.72. I'm all over a new lip liner. Y'all know I am, and I love that it goes very deep. Definitely gonna pick up one of these to try it out and see how this formula is, because I am always in the market for a new lip liner, even though I have way too many. Like, I have a lot of lip liners. I mean, these are all the lip liners I have. It's still a lot, and they're all different shades of brown. Some may be similar, but you can never have too many lip liners. You can never have too many lip liners. You can never have too many blushes. All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know this one was super long. This is probably my longest purchase or pass video. We just had so much to talk about. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.